Today I will show you how to knit this cool baby hat with a 4-point crown. The pattern is from the second baby book and the model number is 18. This is the white hat shown on the page. The instructions are pretty simple, but I always wanted to make a 4-point hat on my Passap. I will soon upload a video about making such a punch card, and if it's already uploaded on my channel, it will now appear as an info card in the upper right corner. This punch card can be used for several different garments shown in this book, so if you like the pattern, you may make a set of matching clothes. I plan to use it in several different videos. Before we get to the knitting part, I want to thank all of you that are watching my videos and say a huge thank you to my awesome channel supporters. I really hope you will enjoy this series. Now let's get to the knitting machine. First, make sure the racking handle is in its highest position. Raise 88 needles on the front bed of the machine, 44 to the left and 44 to the right side of the center. Place the edge springs on the last working ones. Now raise the opposite 88 needles on the back bed and place the edge springs on the last working ones. Use the orange ruler and arrange the needles on both beds in a 1-to-1 division. Don't forget to move the right edge spring on the front bed and the left one on the back bed to the last working needles. Now it should look like this. Set both locks to N and the stitch size to 3. Insert the orange strippers, then take the eyelet with the main color yarn. Now knit 1 row. Set both locks to CX and increase the stitch size to 4. Now knit 2 rows. Set both locks to N and increase the stitch size to 5. Now knit 1 row to finish the cast on. Reset the row counter, then set the stitch size on both locks to 4. Now knit 35 rows. The lock must be on the left side of the knitting. Increase the stitch size on both locks to 5. Now knit the last row to the right. Reset the row counter. Set the front lock to AX and press the left arrow key. Then set the back lock to GX. Remove the orange strippers and insert the black ones. Transfer all stitches from the back bed to the opposite needles on the front bed. Please don't forget to support me by liking the video and leaving me a comment below. Use the orange ruler and put all needles on the back bed out of work. Rotate the racking handle to its lowest position. Raise pushers under all working needles on the front bed and put them in working position. Now use the orange ruler and arrange the pushers in a 1-to-1 division. I have arranged them in a way that the leftmost pusher is in working position. Now knit 2 rows. Don't reset the row counter. Move the NX lever to N and press the 0 key. Then knit 2 rows. Don't reset the row counter. Move the NX lever to X and press the left arrow key. Then knit 2 rows. Don't reset the row counter. Move the NX lever to N and press the 0 key. Now knit 2 rows. Repeat these steps until you knit a total of 64 rows. Reset the row counter, then move the NX lever to X and press the left arrow key. Start from right to left and count 22 needles. I will slightly raise 2 needles to the left of them. Use decker combs and put all remaining stitches to the left on them. You must leave only the 22 stitches at right on the needles. To knit the crown, I have to divide the hat into 4 equal parts. Since we started with 88 needles at the beginning, 1/4 is equal to 22 stitches. All of the 4 points must be knitted in exactly the same way. For the purpose of the video, I will only show you one of the points. After all the stitches are on decker combs, put the empty needles and pushers out of work. Drop the front bed and put the decker combs between the beds of the machine. Raise the front bed and move the left edge spring on the last working needle. Now you can see how to knit each one of the 4 parts. Begin by decreasing 1 stitch on each side by simply transferring it 1 needle in. Then put the empty needles and pushers out of work. You must have 20 working needles. Now knit 4 rows in the same stitch pattern. 2 rows with the lock set to AX and the left arrow key pressed, and 2 rows with the lock set to N and without the arrow key. Move the lever to X and press the left arrow key, then decrease 1 stitch at each side of the knitting. Don't forget to put the empty needles and pushers out of work. Then repeat the same steps until there are only 4 stitches left on the front bed and the row counter is at 36 rows. Reset the row counter, then move the lever to X and press the left arrow key. Put all pushers out of work and drop the front bed. Take the decker combs and place them on the front bed as shown in the video. Make sure the fabric is not twisted and the right side of the stitch pattern is towards you. Open the decker comb and put the next group of 22 stitches on some needles on the front bed. I have 2 extra stitches that should stay on the decor comb. Now put the decor combs between the beds of the machine. Pull out the yarn from the eyelet and cut it. Thread it into the double-eye bodkin tool and sew off the 4 remaining stitches from the first point of the crown. The reason I didn't sew them off earlier is that I wanted to make sure I rehang the stitches in the right direction. Push the knitting between the beds of the machine and put the edge springs on the last working needles. Then raise the front bed. Move the lock to the color changer and retread the machine. Now begin knitting the next section. First you have to decrease 1 stitch at each end. So you will have a total of 20 working needles. Raise pushers under all working needles and put them in working position. Now arrange them in a 1-to-1 division with the help of the orange ruler. Start knitting in the pattern and make decreases after every 4 rows until there are only 4 stitches on the front bed and the row counter is at 36 rows. Then sew off the remaining stitches and knit the other 2 sections the same way. After you knit all sections, the hat will look like this. To make it up, you have to sew the points as shown in the video. I will use the latch hook to make the seams. After you sew the top of the hat, you can do the side seam. To make it, once again I will use the latch hook. After all seams are done, I will fold the ribbing in half and I will sew it to the inside. You can start by sewing the rib or do it at the end. Now I'm going to sew the hat and only after several seconds you will be able to see it. As I promised, here is the final result. It looks very good. The seams look very thick, but I'm sure you can make them better. That's all for today. Now have a nice day and see you in my next video.